Alright everyone, this will probably be the last segment for this particular episode regarding the Peeping Tom alien. To tell you the truth, at first all we got was they claimed that they were going to go ahead and release this just unbelievable footage, this clearly seen creature, in this guy's window looking in his house. And so, I was like, hey, I'd like to see it. And finally, when it came out, and everybody took a look at it, and I was just disappointed. It's just not that convincing to me. And I'll tell you why here in just a second. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. My approach is, this is a very simple one for us to do right now. We got some digital stuff, and because it's digital, the video is digital, digital photos and all that. There's so much that we can do to analyze the video, especially to see there's certain things that are possibly layered onto it, added to original footage, or is this fake? Is this computer generated? Is this is it a hoax? So that's the approach that I'm going to take to most of this stuff. Is I'm going to look at it in a digital format and see what I can find. And in this particular case, there's not a whole lot. We have a couple minutes of video, but you only see the alien or the creature for just a little bit out of that time. And taking the still images, the video quality is not the best. It is supposedly all shot in this night mode, so that kind of takes away a little bit of the color aspect. Which, who knows? If the night mode wasn't on, we probably would even see maybe even a little bit less. But obviously the quality of his camera isn't anything special, as you can see in the video. So there's not really much for me to say. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the last bit of this, and then we'll talk just a little bit more on what we think. So I'm going to play you the real video. Here's the real video. He's setting up his camera, it looks like, which kind of looks like a bed, look like a bedroom or something. I don't know what it was on the right. This is supposed to be like in his living room, as far as I can remember. So apparently he called the police or something like that, and he said that he suspected that someone. See, there he is, and that's Stan. You can clearly see who's standing when he turns around. There's no question that's him. So I know that this is the legit vid, and obviously you can see his house. You can see a shadow there, and so he's gone. And we're gonna look for. If you look at the blinds, or the string on the right hand side, it's kind of moving. He was just over there, so I believe I'm gonna watch it, see if I can come to a complete stop. These are just things that you can look for. Still moving a little bit. Okay, right there, you saw that flash. That's not me. That's the video. I imagine that it's something that the camera is doing, some kind of cycle, or the video's been cut. And there you see the little alien pop up, and he kind of looks around, and of course the quality is just horrible. And then he'll pop his head back down. And then you see that it kind of goes down real fast. And he'll pop his head back up. Yep, and there he is. Oh, and look at that. Down real fast. And then here he comes. Oh my god, he's shocked. He's shocked. I know I'm kind of being critical, guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to discredit anything, but I've made up my mind on this one. I don't believe it. It looks fake to me, and don't get me wrong. I have nothing to really discredit it compared on in comparison of the actual digital evidence that we have. Let's go to here. This is my favorite part. I don't know if you can see it, but you see that right here. The alien's head will come at an angle, almost like a half circular motion, and then come back up. Now, I didn't mention this, but supposedly this window is 8 feet above the ground. And most of the alien stories that we will hear, extraterrestrial stories, I should say, is the being is like 4 foot tall or 3 something, you know, not very tall. I'm not going to get into a debate of, well, maybe there's some that are that tall or this particular species or anything like that. Not for this episode. So this would have to be pretty tall. Or if you've ever seen the movie E.T., the extraterrestrial, he can actually stretch his neck way up in the air and scream. But anyhow, look, this is totally consistent with if I was going to raise this up. If I had this thing on a stick and I raised it up, it's consistent with what my arm movement would be. You see that? It's not straight up. It's at an angle. It's at an angle. Pop. Pop. Now, go back here. This, let me play this. He kind of comes up a little bit, and he stays there. I just paused it, but he stays there. And then finally, look, he's still there. Now he pops up, almost like you're lifting it up, and then you realize that oh, I need to lift it up higher. You know, his eyes aren't looking through the window. So anyhow, I promise, guys, I'm not closed-minded. I'm going to take an open-minded approach to all this. I'm just going to look at the evidence. The fact that the lie detector test came back as a complete inconsistency. There's some critics that will say, well, the lie detector test was set up and that was it was fraudulent. The guy tried to discredit him and all that. I can only look at so much. I can only look at what we got. I'm not going to speculate too much. I can speculate to a certain degree, just like all you guys can. I'm just taking an open. Obviously, if you're closed-minded, you're not going to learn anything. You're going to think that you're right. There's no amount of evidence that can be presented to you that's going to switch your mind, change your mind. Oh, okay. It's just one of those things. So if you're not open-minded, you're going to have a hard time. So anyhow, guys, all of you that were kind of serious about this, we've gone ahead and taken a closer look at this for now as far as the digital evidence that we have. I've shown you the legitimate entire footage. The fact that it kind of just lingers right here. If you look in the video right there, he kind of just lingers there, and then finally he pops up, and then he pops back down. It just the total head the total head motion of the circular motion of it being raised, it's just totally consistent as if I was holding it. It's not consistent with the size of the being being consistent with other reports of a standard gray species type being, which is an average of 4 foot, maybe 2 inches tall, maybe somewhere around there. I'm no expert in that, but anyhow, I appreciate your time, guys, and I hope that you had fun, and we'll see you in the next episode.